Alrighty guys, another exciting day here in the Osiris Blade Workshop. Today, what I've been doing was wrapping up the scales and razor that you guys seen. I'm going to be doing the Koa next, but some things came in the mail, things that I've been waiting for to actually finish up that hydraulic press, and now they have come, and I'm going to go and break it all down for you now. I'm not going to take credit for this design. This design is strictly a concept came from a gentleman named Steve Rollert, one of my mentors here in Colorado. Fantastic guy, really helpful. If you're into blade making, anything like that, absolutely give him a buzz. I'll give you his information. If you're here in Colorado, he absolutely knows his stuff. Now, for him to have the ability to teach me on how to use a vertical mill, how to use surface grinders, and all this equipment that I can't afford in my shop yet, if he has the ability to teach me those things, he really has, I don't know, just a teaching mentality. I've seen him do classes for forging, I've seen him do classes for a lot of stuff, and he explains it in ways that make sense. And for me, that's huge. So I can't say enough about the gentleman, Steve Rollert. I appreciate you, thank you so much. Now let's get down to this design. So what we got here is a 20-ton press. What we went ahead and did is we lathed this piece out, something for this to be resting on. This is the slide. This is actually the mechanism that's going to be going up and down. I did on the vertical mill put all these pieces together, drilled the holes precisely on each piece so that this all thread goes straight through on everything. So that was cool to learn how to do. Now the other thing that we got here is this piece right here, another piece in stainless steel that we put in the lathe, mounted, and then I milled out the section here. I think this is about a ½ inch, or an inch actually, and milled that into there so this can mount on there. It's holding pin screw there, holding screw for my actual logo. Then we got this, the brace that actually holds it, and the springs. Now the springs are going to give the ability so that every time I bring this up, I don't have to push it back down, which is another, again, a design concept that Mr. Rollert has on his. Now, let me go ahead and show you what this looks like. So we pump. Whoop. Okay. And now it's made contact. Okay, so one. And one thing I got to do is actually mount this. So bear with me, because if I push down on this and bring it over, I don't want to drop this. So, and two, okay? So 2 pumps, I went ahead and put it on there. Now here's the cool part, ready for this? Oh yeah, automatically sending it back. I thought that was pretty sweet. So there's the stamp. Perfect. Now the reason why I did blue is because when you think about it, when I do my heat treat and everything like that, it's going to make that actual spot black. So I wanted to get an idea about what it was going to look like after heat treat. Of course, it's not going to look blue, but I wish I could do this one-handed better so you guys can watch. Oh well. Well, bear with me one second. Well, it looks like I need a higher grip. Let's go ahead and get this one. Alright, so very rough concept here. You get the general idea about what we're looking at. And that's going to be my stamp. It looks like it's a little bit too deep. Now the good thing about this is because what I was doing before was actually taking that stamp and hitting it with a hammer every time, and it wasn't consistent at all. I was getting stamps that were too big, stamps that were too deep, and then one side was too deep and not the other. That's where this will actually come in. These springs being on there, one will balance it out and make it so that the logo gets put on there correctly, and on top of that, being able to know exactly how much is getting pushed onto there each time. So like you see me counting the pumps is the same thing I'm going to be doing with the steel. And once I dial that in, I think this is going to be a spectacular addition to the shop. And I am forever grateful to Steve. Thank you. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and God bless.